Whatever. It's close enough. It's almost 8:30. I think we're like a few seconds early. Oh no, it just turned 8:30. We're right on time. Right on time. For once. Usually I'm a couple minutes late. That's fine. Looks like we got quite a few people already in the chat. Let's see. Kevin's chiming in from Florida. James Duffy's here. Steve Graham's here. Ginger Down Under. Dan Brock. Fedora Gent. Floridian. Bean Boy. And Anonymous Watch Guy. Paul's checking in from Dallas as well. Will Carey's checking in from the West Coast. Shinobi's here. So yeah, I'm not sure how. There's a lot of activity going on out in the world, right? Tennessee Mike's here. Dwight's checking in from Long Beach. Grandmaster Chime is here. Larry C, Nate Dog, Stewart's here. So yeah, with all the storm stuff going on, both the recovery and the upcoming storm. Dr. Bob's is here checking in from the Bay Area. Tim's checking in from Kansas City. Looks like Dane is here. But we'll see. Hopefully, all my Florida peeps, you guys can get a little bit of a distraction, a little bit of chill time before you have to do some hardcore survivor mode stuff. So, 4 o'clock Crown is here. GH Woody's here. Let's see. Brandon Jones checking in from Florida. Yeah, I know so many people down in Florida, so I'm really thinking about you guys. Hopefully, you guys prep right and you can stay safe. Joe and the Badgers here. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Char 004 is here. What are we going to do today? Chris, YZ80's chiming in. Thanks for joining from the East Coast. Dr. Bob's Nightmare, like the like button. Yeah, I mean, if you have time, go for it. Dane says he's not in the flood zone. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Tennessee Mike said he is trying them all because the title of today's live stream is Try Them All. It seems like I've been all over the place, and a lot of us have that are watch enthusiasts. Will go from the entry level stuff, that will rapidly progress up to the luxury stuff, and then sometimes we'll coexist in luxury and affordable, or sometimes we'll abandon the luxury and go to the affordable, like I have for the most part. So that's kind of the world I live in. And affordable is relative, right? So affordable, the old me, I was like, the comfort zone was 500 or less. Now the comfort zone might be like 1,000 and 1,500 or less. But I talked to my buddy Jack, and he's enjoying a Casio A168 right now. And then I started going down that rabbit hole. There's a bunch of really cool Casio watches, and you could exist just in that world, tracking down the vintage Casio, the current Casio, the G-Shocks, of course. And there's a lot of options, like YZ80 says, microbrand, Seiko, and just all that. I find it more fun. Oh, real quick, Floridian. No, I don't think it is legit. I don't think it's like a legit. And even the seller was completely honest in the listing. He said he's unsure of its origins, whether it's a remake or whatever you want to call it. No, I don't think it's legit, which is fine with me because honestly, I might reach out to my buddy Larry C there and see about doing a hand swap on it. I got to see what hands will fit that movement, but those hands are really difficult to see. I do like that they're like thermally or chemically blued. I just wish they were kind of like sword hands. So we got to do a little bit of research and see what's going to fit. I'll work with my buddy Larry C that's in the chat right now. He literally just worked on a Rolex. So now it's got his attention, right? The vintage ones, you can get some killer deals on them too. And with Larry, like with his skill set, he could purchase vintage Rolex, Omega, or whatever luxury brand, and purchase it in a non-working condition and either refurbish it or replace components that need to be replaced. And he can, get into that world pretty cool. So let's see. Michael says the new Christopher Ward Lumiere or whatever it is naughty. That is a really cool watch. Hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on one. But I don't know. Christopher Ward's not really talking to me. I guess I haven't really reached out to them a whole lot either, though. So maybe it's me. Maybe I need to hire. I've actually talked to Tennessee Mike a little bit about handing him. Tennessee Mike's kind of my right hand man in the behind the scenes, and him and I have talked briefly about potentially having him orchestrate some of the communication with some of the brands. I just don't have a ton of time. Not that he does either, but if we work together on it, maybe we can be more successful. Let's see. 4 o'clock Crown says, I'm looking for my first G-Shock, wanting a mid-tier square. There's a lot of really good options, depending if you want to go metal or if you want to stay with the resin materials or go carbon. There's a lot of options with the squares. That is for sure. Mr. Zelos, no surprise there, is hunting an old school Zelos, and I hope you'll find it. Now, my buddy Anonymous Watch Guy down south of me a little bit is hunting all the whiskeys, and I know you have a massive collection. I was trying to keep up with you a little bit. I still have access to some cool stuff, but I basically gave it all away. So let's see, what does Will Carey say? But if we can do a collaboration or at least put in some input with Doxa for a particular watch, I'd change. Yeah, we could look at some Doxa stuff. That's pretty cool. Let's see. So thinking the same thing. What's in the glass tonight? I treated myself. Went shopping with the wife on Saturday, and I picked up a bottle of Screwball. I haven't had that in like a year. It seems like. So I mixed it with some tart cherry. It's just 100%. It's not concentrate. It's just 100% cherry, tart cherry, which is supposedly good for you. So I figured I'd make it not too sweet, and it's kind of like a peanut butter and jelly, but my version. Actually, Tennessee Mike, you bring up a good point. The G-Shock isn't doing any of those we thought were expensive at the time. The titanium camo and all of those, they don't have those on their website anymore. So those are good scores. For one, they're not in production right now, so that would be a good one to pick up. Old Granddad 114 tonight for me. Anonymous, I've never tried that. And I watch a lot of bourbon and whiskey channels. I heard rumor that they're going to stop making that. So I don't know if that's true or not, but almost pushes me to pick up a bottle. Paul says he's looking forward to the new RZE Pilot watch. Fedora Jen says, had too much Screwball on my B-Day. It's dangerous. It can be. I've been there before. Let's see. Nate Dog, hunting a Unimatic Modelo California Dial Diver 1 of 50. Going to be a hunt. I think that's a really cool hunt. That's a cool watch. Hopefully you find it. Thoughts about, what is this? Is that one you showed me? Was that today or yesterday? We'll look at that maybe. I don't really care about $3,600 watches. So let's see. Travis is here. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. I've heard that too. And now, okay, but they've said that before. Still around. Okay, so it's such an affordable bottle, and everyone says it's pretty good, and it's a little bit higher proof. So pretty cool. Let's see. Paul says he's sipping on some Regal 18. And let's see. Ginger Down Under says, was fascinated with the RRMTG vid. Might have to go and try one. Yeah, the Casio G-Shock MTG line is pretty solid. Jason checking in from Aruba. Let's see, Todd out in Colorado. Anyone know if Tudor T-Fit bracelets and or clasp are available through ADs? Todd, talk to me. Todd, you and I need to DM a little bit if you're patient, because I know something. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share it yet, but it's potentially going to be a good opportunity for that. Whether it's available or not, I think we could probably access that. Let's see. Do you have any? Let's see. Paul says, "Do you have any opinion on Hodinkee pairing up with Watches of Switzerland?" Um, do I have an opinion on it? Uh, to be honest with you, I don't know a damn thing about it and don't really care. So I guess that's my opinion. It just doesn't matter to me at all. TJ, thoughts on the Squale 1545 GMT Coke? I like the Squale 1545. I think the 15 what is the other one with the offset crown? I forget the numbers. Though I like that model better. Is it the 1521 or something like that? But thanks for joining us, Steve. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 1521. That's what I thought. And I usually don't say numbers like that. 1521. I hate when people say like 1521. It's like, because if you're trying to write that down, it's a pain in the butt. Any plans of picking up more Sangen watches? If what models? I haven't been paying too much attention to them, but I do have, I thought, access to get them in for video review. But the issue is they don't need any. I think they should still get some video content out there. So I'll reach out to my people and see if they can send me some review models. I don't plan on buying any though. Jim Skeleton says, just got my hands on a Christopher Ward trying to 342 millimeter and was shocked at how nice it is. That goes back years ago when I picked up the 42 because the dimensions of that are very similar to the Omega Seamaster Professional 300, the current model, basically 42 by 50, and the thickness is about the same. I was kind of using it as a little trial, like, am I going to like that footprint on my wrist? And I discovered that the Christopher Ward, like you, is a very good watch. It's a very good watch. Thoughts on Manta watches worth the price point? Quick answer is yes. I mean, a couple of shekels more, and you could pick up a Tudor. Very true. It depends on if you're end user, if you're buying new, if you're buying used. If you're a serial flipper, definitely pick them up secondary used market because they actually, so does Tudor. I would literally give the same advice to Tudor. Shockingly, somehow, the Tudor, most models, I should say, take a hit on the resale. It's pretty crazy. So something to think about, whether you're dealing with Manta or Tudor, is, are you end user? Do you like brand new watches like me? And if you're end user and you like brand new watches, then that market hit doesn't really matter. If you're a serial flipper like me, then yeah, you want to buy them used and enjoy the depreciation that somebody else took on it, and then you can sell it later for basically what you paid for it. Josh checking in from Chicago. Thanks for joining us. Looks like Dane's putting in some work. Thank you, sir. I know you're busy and you got a lot on your mind, so I appreciate you being here. Throwing wrenches around. Other people, just so you know, there's other blue wrenches in the chat. Tim and everybody else. Anybody that's sees anything out of the ordinary and you want to put them in timeout or you want to boot them, you guys have access to do that, and I trust you to do it. So you guys are more than welcome to flex that little bit of power. Oh, Michael's looking for it too. Dane, you got to do what you got to do. But what's on the workbench? What is on the workbench? Do I have a workbench? Oh, the video bench. I guess that's my workbench, right? I have a few watches there. The Seiko Orange Monsters out there. I'm still working on a video of that. I have a few leftovers from the Sunday Fun Day. And I have a Shinola Lake Michigan Monster. That's pretty cool, that blue one. I'll be doing a video on that. I just got my new white dial Zuno. I have a kick-ass Longines titanium automatic chronograph, which is just a beast. And of course, I have the Dork 2. I have the Dork 2 with a fresh charge. The battery died on it.
12:56 p.m.
The time is incorrect. I do need to set that. But The Dork 2s are awesome, and if you can get your hands on one, I urge you to do it. Be a dork with me. Let's see here. Wet Watches is joining us. Beach Life. Rob, do you plan on, let me see. Do you plan on getting and reviewing the Signum Miami? That was, I need to reach out to them. I've never worked with them. My buddy gave me one, an orange dial one that was a full loom. And I think they just came out with, let's go look at that real quick, because the Miami one's cool, but even more importantly, let me share screen. And we'll so they just come out with this watch right here, and it's the Peekaboo. Let's take a look at it. So check this thing out. Only $350, and it's very Halloweenish. But check out the loom. Is that not kick ass? Look at that! Like all the little glowing pumpkins, Halloween pumpkins around near the chapter ring. I mean, that is that is just cool. Oh, and the balance of the seconds hand is a pitchfork. Check that out. So to me, that one's cooler than the Miami one, but mostly just because we're in that season. You even have like a little pumpkin up there as your 60 mark. That's a pretty cool looking watch. That's a pretty cool looking watch. And Todd says it reminds him of the Spinnaker 50 Fathoms, or Phantoms rather. This one's cooler, in my opinion. It's cooler because it's a better size. It's titanium. Is it titanium? Orange fork tip and a stainless steel handle. Is it stainless steel? Oh, it is stainless steel. Because the orange one I had was titanium. I actually, I don't have the budget. I would totally buy this watch. I just don't have the budget right now. But that's usually the case with any of my purchases. Maybe after the live stream, I'll buy that. Maybe I will. Let's see. Trap says, have I checked out a Scudo? Let me look it up. If these aren't affordable, that's probably affordable. That image looks legit. That looks clean. Let's see what they offer here. Price point's a little bit more than I would hope, but it's not scary. But I would probably buy that Signum watch. I'm just not buying at this level right now. You're pushing into the $1,800 price point. I can think of a lot of other options. That's a great looking watch, but at that price point, I'm going to start being like everybody else in the chat. Like, I don't know, man. I can just get something else. Oh, check out the new Jeannot. Now, I would spend money on a Jeannot. That's Expeditioner. Is that what you meant? Oh yeah, that is what you wrote. So that of course is what you meant. So kind of like a Yachtmaster vibes. Oh man, that is such a clean dial too. Look at the way they did the date window. Hand built in America. That's a clean looking watch. I like it. That dial, that's got to be like an enamel dial. The way they did the date window relief, and then you can see how it kind of curves down where the post is. That's a nice dial, and then that kind of Yachtmaster style bezel. That's pretty slick. Super thin. Oh, they got a silver dial. They better not have a polar white dial. They have a pink dial. I'm not a big fan of that, but and then of course the blue dial, that would be slick. Where's the 1239 retails at 18? And the pearl white is gonna be, they call it cherry blossom, it's pink. The pearl white's too silvery, so needs a ceramic bezel though. Let's see. Silent service dial with a roulette date and a Yachtmaster bezel. Oh, is it a roulette date? That's cool. Black and red is a winner. Let's see. Trying to read some more comments. Spend more, get ZRC. I still haven't done the ZRC yet. Let's see. Beach Life says that I purchased the orange Signum Cuda on your Sunday Fun Day a few weeks ago. My 2-year-old daughter insists on sleeping with it every night because it looms. It's so cool looking. Ken's checking in from Pittsburgh. Let's see. Jim says, I'm still hunting a 50 Phantoms, but I won't overpay. And everyone, yeah, just, I mean, you can always have that hunt, but yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't overpay for it. I mean, you can go get that Signum for $350. And honestly, I think it's cooler. So, bye, everyone, says Jason Design. Thanks for joining. What else? Okay. Let me go back to this screen. There are some other things I'm going to show you. Oh, there's a sports ball game going on too. Royals 2, Yankee 1. So that's cool. And wearing my Ocean Rover 2.5. Let's see. Joe and the Badger says, I see things. Wearing my Ocean Rover 2.5 or 2.5 at the moment, as you know, is nice, but never pay more than 1,000. They are always on the used through Facebook groups. I like mine new. It's really a couple $100 more for a new one. I think they're totally worth it either way. I just noticed that new Jeannot has polished center links too. Ooh. Yeah, I can't drink too much of that. That's pretty good though. Okay. Yeah, so we have some cool watches. We talked a little bit. Try them all, buy them all, experience them all. Be comfortable, operate within your budget, within your comfort zone for sure. But experiment too, take a chance, do research, but take a chance occasionally. There's safe watches, like you can do Seiko and G-Shock and all that stuff. So I don't. I don't know where that went. I don't keep track of that stuff, and I really should. But somebody in the group, I think, got it. It looks like the Royals just scored, so we're getting play-by-play from Tim. Of course, he's in Kansas City. You know what? Let's take a look at. Let's go here and let's take a look at the Discord. Let's see what's going on the Discord. So we have main chat stuff. Okay, we were looking at that. Let's see, wrist shots. What do we have for wrist shots? My buddy Michael up in Canada posted up his McGrady. I don't know what this is, but my buddy Phil keeps posting this up, and it's super colorful. I can't read that because I'm blind and the screen's not very good. Of course, Fuzzy's showing off his Explorer 2. What else do we have? Hector rocking the Lexus with the G-Shock. Classic, reliable vehicles right there. And watches. I have to read this. James Duffy just says, my watch slut days are winding down. Saving up for something epic. That's so James' selection of watches is already epic. So I don't know what he means by epic, but even the more affordable end of his watch collection is still epic. So Dr. Bob says, cheap audio man, Islander collab. Yeah, that was a really cool watch too, and that sold out really fast. Evan says, found a ball retailer here in Australia. Always liked their watches, but even better in person. Maybe underrated. They're absolutely an underrated brand, but they take a massive hit on the secondary market. So I would look at Ball as a used watch if you're a flipper. Nate Dog says, shout out my Swiss Watch Company USA post. I'm not sure if they want everybody to know. I actually reached out to Jacob after you posted that, Nate, and had a little sidebar conversation with him. But basically, Nate has a buddy or a neighbor that gave him a watch that was like a marine watch, and it needed the battery change. Turned out it actually needs a movement. Nate reached out to the guys over at Swiss Watch Company USA, and they figured out what movement it was because it was a Swiss movement, I think. And they're sending him the movement and won't take any money for it other than just the shipping cost. So, and Nate Dogg will do the swap or whatever. So, yeah, like those guys over there are awesome. That's why I'm doing a collab with them. We're going to be doing a Random Rob Swiss Watch Company USA watch release here soon. Looks like Keith is rocking a Tag Monaco. I didn't even know he had that. That's pretty cool. GH Woody's rocking his new is that ceramic or what is? I forget what material that is, but it's the lighter weight Tudor Pelly with the fixed bars. So pretty cool watch indeed. What else we got going on? Should we go look at? I know the people that aren't in the Discord always get a kick out of looking at what's in Flipper's Paradise. So you were just talking about ball watch. Look, here's a Ball Train Master Power Reserve. This is a very cool watch. He wants $2,000 for it. That is a very cool looking watch. Looks like Keith has a couple of edix. I don't know how you say it. He only wants $899 for both of them. That's for the pair of them. That's crazy. We have a marathon watch for $415. That's the 36 millimeter, the smaller one. What else do we have? We have a Seiko SKA 47, the White Knight, for $150. That's crazy. A Notice Phantom for $275. Some of the prices on here are just ridiculous. Of course, the G-Shock sold at $65. We have a Frederic Constant for $300. There's another Tudor. This is the Red Bull edition for $28.50 from Colby. Isn't that the one? I thought Will Carey wanted one of those. There's always crazy good deals on here. And if they're super good, obviously, like Cole sold the Seiko Tuna. That's that crazy, like, depth, the deep blue one. So great deals on there anyway. All right, let's go back here. Let's see. Royals are just cranking in the runs, man. They're 4-1 against the Yankees. Let's see, the Tudor FXD Red Bull is a composite. Okay, so composite. Basically, same as like a moon swatch, right? So, yes, I agree. But a different market, and that thing would already be gone. I don't know why it's not sold in our group, but Darren wants to pick up. He's holding off on watch purchases. He wants to pick up a Jaguar XKRS. Does that Red Bull? Let's see. Does that Red Bull Tudor whine to the FIA when it doesn't get its way to? Yeah, probably. I'm shocked how much I love my new FXD, my current favorite. Everybody that gets those pretty much says that. Like, forget about the bracelet, forget about the fact that it has the fixed bars or whatever like that. They're super comfortable, they're lightweight, super legible. It's just a great looking, ready to go watch. Speaking of watch, nobody asked me what I was wearing. I'm wearing my new Shinola. I forget what it's called. It's a chronograph, quartz. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's fine. I'm working with a local authorized dealer of Shinola now, so that's why I have the Lake Monster in for video, and then of course I bought this one. If you're gonna get into Jaguars, you need two: one to drive, and why one's getting fixed. Evan says composite is like aluminum, many different quality levels. Yeah, it's true. That is very true. Thank you, I guess. I mean, I knew it would get hate or love or whatever. I don't really care. I like Shinola, and I think it's a cool watch. So I just picked it up. I mean, I even bought. This is funny. I don't know if you guys all watched Tim Masso's live stream. He's on live on Monday earlier in the day, and he had quite a segment in his live show about the Trump watch. You know, the Tourbillon mostly is what he focused on. I don't have $100,000, and if I did, I wouldn't buy that watch. But I picked up the $500 model from the Trump watch thing, mostly because like I want to see it. I want to do the video, and I have a watch channel. Like I know that watch isn't worth $500, but I still want to see it, so I'm going to do the video on it. And I know that one's going to get crazy amount of comments, good and bad. So probably mostly bad because I don't think the watch is that nice, but we'll see. Let's see here. Fedora Jet had a birthday. When was that? Was that last week? I don't remember. I can't keep up with the birthdays. Looks like Manny's here, though. Mr. LTE, thanks for joining in from the West Coast. We'll be seeing you. It's hard to believe, but I have the Mimo annual meetup, which I kind of missed, not technically because I was out there in January of this year. So we're a bunch of us, the California crew and myself. I'm going to bring the wife out and everything. We're going to be out Long Beach, California in January. So it's really only a few months away. What else do I have planned? I don't have any other. I'm not making it to the New York windup, unfortunately. How long before? Maybe I don't know. Maybe it depends on if he wins the election or not. I don't know. So, yeah, we have January 2025 Mimo meetup. Will be going there. Um, I know I would like to get down to Naples, Florida, and visit the crew at Exquisite Timepieces. We'll see how the storm plays out for Florida, but it looks like it's mostly north. So, like, I don't think Naples is going to get destroyed on this go around. So, hopefully nobody gets destroyed. But it's clear that it's inevitable. But yeah, the crew at Exquisite Timepieces, they'll have obviously a small hiatus because they need to not be a burden on anybody, and then they'll be right back at it. So let's see, making it to district time, absolutely. That's probably my favorite show out of all the shows I've been to, and I like the wind up shows. I like the minutes and hours. I like, what other shows do I go to? I like the shows that I go and do, with Mimos or um, Trifecta, or even over to Saltzman's or Exquisite. I like all those too, but District Time just has a really good vibe to it, and they have a new venue, and they have a VIP area. It's mostly going to be for the brands to go there, but I have authorization to go and kind of be there as well. So if you're going to be at District Time, I will make sure that I'm available for chatting and all that stuff. James says, excited about Long Beach in January. It will be my first Mimos meetup. I'm excited for you to be there as well. We always have a good time. Mimo's shop is in a cool spot. It's a very mon pa, very small shop, but we hang out on the street and have a coffee and a Danish maybe, and we go in intervals. And of course, there's a cool Irish pub, Irish pub across the street. So pretty cool. My favorite watch is the SRP Seiko SRP 309. This orange monster right over here. That's my favorite watch. See, Watch Addiction Watch Review says Wind Up New York, October 17th, 18th, 19th. Be there if you guys can make it to the New York Wind Up show. That is the most bonkers watch show you can go to. I'm sad I'm not going to be able to go, but I strongly urge you guys to go to that if you can. I would probably advise you to go on either Friday or on Sunday, because Saturday it will be packed. Even I know they're going to have a larger venue, but it'll still be packed. Trust me. Paul says, I'll see you in Washington, D.C. for district time, whoever is going. Looking forward to seeing you and hanging out again, brother. Mimo's looking forward to that. Steve, that's awesome. I hope to see you there. Let's see. Tim says, paid for Mimo's trip. Now no money for a watch from Mimo. You got a couple months. You got a couple months. You'll do just fine. Yeah, it's huge now. I know the venue. When I was talking to the crew at Worn and Wound, I know the venue is larger. They couldn't verify exactly, but I went to the San Francisco one, and that venue was massive. It was epic. It was a perfect location, and they said it's going to be similar in size perspective to that, I guess. So if that's the case, I still think it's going to be busy, but it's going to be like manageable. I think it'll be pretty good. So Anonymous says he'll be in Tennessee. No wind up for me. I know it's a bummer. I'm looking forward to hopefully Watch Addiction watch reviews. If you're going to go, and I'm assuming you have a channel and you do videos, hopefully you can video it so other people can see it. I think that's important to do. And just a raw video, just get it out there so people can see it. So James says, for Mimos, I might stay at Motel 6. That is in and out adjacent. In and out is great. That's pretty cool. So James, get a hold of Joe and the Badger though, because I know he was looking to share a room with somebody. Maybe you can stay in the same hotel as us and just split the cost or something. For sure, Stuart, go to that show. That's an awesome show. And Watch Addiction, watch reviews. So go check out his channel, guys. I haven't looked at it, so I'm not going to like fully endorse it. Maybe it's not my kind of channel, but I'm assuming it's watch content, so you should be good. He says he's in New York, gonna video it. Thank you. I will look forward. I'll watch for your video because I'll have to live through you on that one. Todd says unpopular opinion: In-N-Out fries are trash. I wouldn't say they're trash. They're definitely not in the fast food industry. I would agree with you, Todd. When I went there, I did the animal fries, and I don't understand why people like those. I would totally not do that. So, and I would be fine skipping the fries. Honestly, I'm with you on that. I would probably just get the burger. Oh, ask for them crispy. Okay, get them well done. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe we'll go there. We'll all go there, and we'll have James just order for us. Okay, now you just, I don't know, you just lost potentially whatever credibility you may have with me. Del Taco is not great. I went to Del Taco once and I will never go again. That place is terrible. Let's see. Brisbane Airport's annually lost property auction is on always heaps of super cool watches. Oh, okay. Maybe they're just trashy. I went in 2008. Well, so I didn't go to a Del Taco in California. I was on a way, I was doing the Chop Top Challenge. And I don't even remember where the hell you know what? I don't think we were that was the Vegas run. So I don't think we were too far from Vegas. But we stopped at a Del Taco somewhere. It was in the Midwest, maybe. And it was terrible. And that had to have been probably about around there too. It's been a long time. All right. Fedora Jen says, I have verified that there is a car show that weekend. I know Mimo told me, and you told me too, that big exotic one that they got shut down. So any cars and coffee or car show that weekend would be really cool. So I'm hoping to also experience that. All right. Let's see. Try to read some comments. Where are we at? 91 people, 37 minutes. People were doing showboating and donuts with burnouts, closed the car show. That's a bummer. They kind of ruined it. Hey, we have a normal person here. That's really weird. I'm not sure you're going to fit in. We're not necessarily normal, but looking at your emoji, I don't know that you are too. I think that's maybe a little misleading. Winding Ground says Del Taco will give you a geyser, but people make that stuff about all the time about different stuff, like even Taco Bell and everything like that. I don't have a problem with it. What? Okay, I guess we'll talk about this. What's the best candy to give out for Halloween? Depending on what volume you're going to have, Sam's dad. But I think, baller up, do full size candy bars. Doesn't really matter. Any kid that gets a full size candy bar, they don't care what the candy bar is. They're going to be like, that is awesome. So, where has Oris been the last couple of years? Seems like they haven't released much. They've been doing plenty. I mean, they're already a pretty massive brand. Like, I don't know, they have newer releases too. But you're right, they haven't been like blasting like Christopher Ward has, or some other brands. I think you're right on that. I haven't seen them, but they're doing their marketing a little bit different. I don't know. You know what? Let's go. Why don't we go to Oris's website and see what the heck they are doing? Because I honestly have not been looking at Oris too much. So accept them all. Okay, we'll do that. Products, watches. I don't know if I like this website for. Well, that's not true. I just did a new Aquas. So like I personally, I like their Aquas. They have some new colorways. Yeah, but as far as far as like new models, they don't really have any new models, do they? Because these are just different colorways of existing ones. What is What is this? Even that one's been out a while. What is this? Yeah, these have all been out. It looks like they changed their website since I've been on their last. They got some bronze stuff, and they have a Diver 65 chronograph. I don't think they had that before. And they did change. They added like they're moving some of their stuff over to where they're using their in-house caliber 400. I think that's pretty cool, and different sizes. But other than that, yeah, nothing crazy. See, the new Aquas ain't no big deal from the previous version. Kermit was their last big release. Let's see. What else do I have posted up here? We did the Jeannot. We're not going to do that. I think we're done with this. Here is... I still want that orange one. I know some other people have gotten this one. Did they do it on the fly for our... Did they do... No, I don't think they've changed the clasp either. And speaking of clasp, like even this Shinola has a push button quick release on the fly clasp. And it's well done. Like it's actually well done. And that's been out a while. So I don't know. They need to get with it. Let's see. James Morris is a famous Australian jazz musician. Seems to be a lot lower of the gray market now. I'm trying to read some comments. I want to get a Pam. Hector from Winding Crowns is looking at some more Panerai. I want G-Shock. I want that new G-Shock too when it comes out. Old people candy. Let's see. Old in the Candy Factory was in the town where I live. Yes, Dwight. Actually, you're not in the Discord, so you don't know this. But if we go to the Discord, I created a thread. It is January 18th is what we're looking for, and it looks like we're going to be streaking, according to Will. So I don't know if we're going to be streaking in the hotel or down Long Beach or what, but there might be streaking. But yeah, we'll be in Long Beach on the 18th at Mimo's. Come hang out. Have a good time. You don't have to join, Dwight, if you're too busy and stuff like that. It's not a big deal. You just got to ask. You know how to message me. You hit me up on Instagram. Discord link. I don't know how to say this. The Discord's not really, it's a paid annual membership, and it's the renewal or the membership it'll be coming up in November, so pretty soon. But yeah, it's yeah, and you kind of have to go through like a little bit of an interview process. It's a very tight knit group, so it's kind of controlled. I hate to be like that exclusive, but I kind of have to be to maintain the integrity of it. Let's see. No streaking, just taking over. Okay. Yeah, the Random Route Discord is not. It's a paid annual membership. Dane is already ready to re-up. Yeah, Dane has been with me for a very long time. So we have quite a few members that are OG though. You know what I mean? And then every year we go through a little bit of attrition. You know, people either forget or whatever, and they'll get let go, and then new ones come in. So is what it is. Is what it is. Not a big deal. Every year we get a new members, fresh fish, fresh meat. So I get it. I'm in a Discord community like that as well, and it makes a difference, right? Like, because it's those wide open ones, they go nuts. They have no control. It's pretty insane. Scarebrow7 says, Rob, I need a custom strap that would use the Oris Pro Pilot clasp on a Diver 65 strap. I'm not 100% sure where to. I can think of a couple people, but it's going to be a pain in the butt. They do make good straps, but you're probably going to want to like go to like an Oris Facebook group and see if somebody has any more information on that. Actually, we're not doing that either. Is the Random Rob strap collab still available? I think there's some left. I'm not sure how much. Okay, Michael says strap tailor. So try maybe on Instagram or wherever you go, or just Google it. Strap tailor. Michael says. Hi Rob, just got my Gen 2 Seiko Monster. Now I know why you love it. It just fits good. It just fits really good. Jonathan checking in from Vegas. TJ, I'm looking for a Pepsi or Coke bezel under 1,500. Got any recommendations? I'm not sure how much it costs, but it probably costs more than what you're looking to do. But I've been seeing these Delma watches, and they have some. Let's go look real quick because I haven't looked, and I know some of their watches are pretty expensive, but they've been posting up these GMTs. And they look great. And of course, they're not on their website. It's not. Okay. Maybe they're not out yet. Are they not out yet? So let's go to Instagram. And then we'll go to Delma watches. All right. Have I lost my mind? Was it not Delma? I swore it was Delma. It can't be then. Who the heck was it? Is it? Wait, is it this one? So there's one, but I swore they had some other colors. Yeah, see, like here's, yeah, it's these guys, and I think they look good, but I don't know how much they cost, or if it's even, is it this line? Maybe they're not out yet, but these ones are under 1,000. What was that one called? Stepping into a week with style with a person. Santiago. So I don't. Oh, it's this one. Okay. We're getting there. It's taken a minute. Okay, they're 1850. They're a little bit more. So, but I think. Oh, Jack Mason, maybe. Yeah, we could check Jack. Oh, actually, Jack Mason just came out with the their new, and it's not a limited edition. So they have the white one, but you're looking for a Pepsi or Coke bezel. So they have this Pepsi one, but forget about the Pepsi or Coke one. I know that's what you really want, but they just came out with a new. It's not on their website yet. Dr. Pepper one. So yeah, everyone's doing the Coke and the Pepsi and all that stuff, right? But no one's doing a Dr. Pepper one, and they're a Texas brand, and their watches are great. So this is the espresso, but if you go again, we'll just have to go over to Instagram. We'll go to search. We'll go to Jack Mason, and it's probably on here. Yeah, right here. That looks great. So I know it's not what you asked for, but that one's pretty cool. Dr. Bob says out of order. I won't really work with them. Yeah. Yeah, that one to me is cool. It's different. So, and they have the Americano. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. That's a cool colorway. I'm gonna reach out to Peter and see if he can send me that because that's really cool. Um, trying to read comments. Root beer. What is this one? Battle Bean says recommendations on a 42 millimeter titanium watch, everyday tough watch. You still want to be automatic or do you want to be quartz? It's a little harder, I think, off the top of my head to find a 42 millimeter quartz titanium. I think there's quite a few automatic ones. You could do a Steinhardt. Yeah, there's a lot of options. That's a cool looking watch, though. What else is going on in Instagram world? Orient, Winfield. Instagrams are funny to kind of scroll through. Mine are heavily watch. Marlowe. Right there's the camo G-Shock Square. Formex actually just came out with a new GMT watch. That's actually a really cool looking watch. There's a Unimatic. There's a Seastern. All kinds of. There's that Formex. That's a great looking watch. Some modded G-Shocks. Devasso. There's another one if you wanted to pick up. I don't know what their price point is. Oh, there we go. Manny just said the Seiko Shogun, larger but wears great. So yes, the Seiko Shogun would be a really good one at a 42 millimeter. Titanium Hammerhead from Zelos would be a good one. Draken, of course, would be a good one. RZE, but I don't think they're 42 millimeter. Okay, let's go. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this real quick. Do any of you guys listen to podcast? I used to listen to, I still kind of do occasionally, but Two Broke Watch Snobs, probably one of my favorite. There's a couple other podcasts that I listen to, but it looks like I typically use YouTube. But Two Broke Watch Snobs has been posting their podcast now on on YouTube and their other platforms. So, in case you didn't know, I wanted to point it out to you because they're at 2,400 subscribers. So if you are interested in some watch review videos, and now you can have video as well as the podcast style if you want, or you can just listen to it. But you have Kaz and Mike doing their podcast here, and yeah, you can get their video reaction, or you can just listen to them, which is typically what I do because I don't need to see them. I just hear them. I know what they look like. So something really cool. If you guys haven't listened to the Two Broke Watch Snobs, I strongly urge you to go check them out. I'll put a link after this video loads. I'll put a link down below to their channel because, like I said, I consume the stuff on YouTube, so they made it pretty easy for me. Let's see. What's the second hand marker for an Adelma? Probably the GMT. Shogun is very underrated, in my opinion. It is, and can't find Vernors anymore. Well, I'm in Michigan, and we have Vernors everywhere. So, and I drink Vernors on a regular. So, I usually drink Vernors Zero though, because I just watch the sugar intake. Michael says Two Broke Watch Snobs are awesome. I love the OT podcast from Down Under. I'll have to look into that one. My buddy Greg's texting me too. I had another thing. You guys ever heard of Social Blade? You can go to a website called socialblade.com and you can type in your favorite YouTuber and it'll give you basically all of their analytics. It'll give you even kind of like how much money they could potentially earn. So you could look up your favorite YouTuber and you could have a rough estimate of how much money they earn. It's a pretty fun little thing to do. Are we going into overtime tonight? No. What am I at? I'm at 55 minutes. I'll probably do like five more minutes. Yeah, Dane just gave me the 5-minute warning. So, yeah, because I got other things to do. And quite frankly, my neck is killing me. I worked on the green Civic and it just destroyed me. Midwest Watch Dude is here. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, like right there, that's super sore. That's painful. And I'm going, probably a little personal here, but like I'm going tomorrow morning. I have an MRI on my right foot because I'm dealing with uric acid in my joint and it's not dissolving. So I might have to do a procedure to flush that out, or maybe there's something else going wrong. But get this, if you're a longtime viewer, I've mentioned this before. It wasn't that long ago. I had metal in my right eye. So before I can even do the MRI, we have to X-ray my right eyeball to make sure there's not too much metal in there before I do the MRI, because they don't want that metal to come out of my eye. Well, we want the metal out of my eye, but not in that way. So yeah, it's a hot mess. So I'm doing all that tomorrow morning. So super excited about that. Getting an X-ray on my face. Yeah, Tim just says rub some dirt on it. And then hopefully an MRI on my right foot. And hopefully we can figure out, because I've been walking around in pain with my right foot, even with meds and diet change, for like 4 months. So I'm getting very tired of being in pain. And now this, and yeah, I'm getting my butt kicked over here. Yeah, hopefully the eye will be clear for the MRI. Buy yourself a watch for getting through it. Carrot on the. I've already bought a ton of watches, so get yourself a chirp wheel for your back. I should just go sit in the hot tub. I think the wife is in there right now. Let's see. Evan says tattoos get super hot in the MRI. Metal in the ink or cover. Trust me, it feels weird. Well, I do have some. I have this one's fairly fresh, and then I have that one's fairly fresh too. So I won't be wearing a watch in there. And I have another tattoo design that I'm going to go give to the artist, that I'm going to be doing, and I'll share that one with you guys when it's done. Let's see. Like your new old ride. Yeah, which one? The new Forerunner? Yeah, I love that thing. It's pretty cool. Nate Dog says, just Social Blade random Rob, 500,000. What the hell? No, that is not true. That is not true. I did notice today that I've produced or posted over 4,000 videos. So that's pretty cool. Pretty excited about that. But yeah, go to Social Blade and type in your favorite YouTuber and have a little fun. Like I was just looking up Teddy Baldessar. I looked up the Urban Gentry. I'll even look up my buddy Bruce Williams. I look up myself to see how accurate it is. And they're not terribly wrong. I mean, they give you a pretty wide. Well, I'll just show you. So, for example, we'll use Teddy because he's kind of the big dog in the watch world, right? I mean, he has over 1 million subs. That's pretty solid, right? He's closing in on 300 million views, which is epic. And so monthly earnings, it says this is the range. So this is why it's a little crazy. The range is anywhere from 2.1 thousand to 32,000.9. So almost 33,000 per month. Well, that's a huge spectrum of earnings. Like, so where does it land within that spectrum? So I think what Social Blade does is that, say that 33,000 is what potentially you could earn if you hit all of the algorithms, which I think Teddy Baldessar probably hits most of the algorithms, but I don't think he's pulling in 33,000 a month from the Google AdSense. I just have a hard time believing that, but maybe at 1 million subs you do. So he lands somewhere in between all that. Um, Dwight says, "Have I searched myself?" Yeah, yeah, I've searched myself. I'll do it right now. I mean, you guys are going to do it. I just told you about it. I'm not hiding anything. So, like I said, I just crested over 4,000. So that's a lot of videos for um, for my sub count. I'm not even at 90,000 subs yet. I have over 58 million views, which is pretty good. But then again, look at the range. Look at the monthly earning range, $155. I can tell you right now, I get paid more than $155 from Google, but 2,500, not quite. Okay, and then that translates over to the yearly earnings. So, and you can see like total subscribers. You can see where the spikes are. Like, hopefully that'll go up a little bit, and I can get closer to that 100,000 mark, which doesn't really matter, but it would be cool to have that play button. Bruce got his, and he put in the time and the work and everything like that. It's pretty awesome. So something to be fun to like, and not just watch channels, but like go to Social Blade. I'll put a link down below too to Social Blade. Go to Social Blade and search up some of your favorite YouTubers. You'd be surprised. You'd be really surprised. Some might not make as much as you think. So um, you should be making more money. I listen, for how I'm doing it and what I'm doing. I'm not mad about anything. Plus, I have a day job. This is a side gig, so it really doesn't bother me one bit. Like I do just fine. So let's see. Todd says, Rob, I'm telling you, do one compilation video with other YouTubers and you'll fly up. Yeah, I don't want to I want to do it organically though. You know what I mean? Like it's not that big of a deal to me. So I appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you on the next vid. Go check out Social Blade. It's fun.